Max has been reading his Bible again. He's been talking about how Paul made many journeys. Sometimes Paul went over the mountains, sometimes Paul rode on a donkey, and he walked and he rode in boats. Max loves talking about how Paul was a missionary and told about Jesus. He loves to read about Paul in his Bible. Today we're going to talk about when Paul went to a mountain. Hey friends, today we're going to talk some more about Paul. We've learned that Paul took boats and he walked and he rode donkeys and camels to go tell people about Jesus. Today we're going to talk about how Paul went to a city called Athens. Athens was a huge city, maybe even bigger than Houston. And Paul had learned a lot of stories about God and about Jesus. And do you know what? He wanted to tell the people all about it. When he got there, they invited him to go to a hill called Mars Hill. And when he went to Mars Hill, he told the people many stories about God and Jesus. And some of the people believed in God, and they wanted to know more about Jesus. And some of the people went away, just like today. I hope you can tell people just like Paul did. We're going to make a puppet today. I already have Paul's face drawn on my toilet paper roll, and you can use some markers. I'm going to draw some clothes on Paul. It doesn't have to be perfect. I drew him a green shirt, and you can color it if you want to, or you can leave it plain. And then, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do something just like Paul did. We're going to talk about the stories about God. We learn the stories about God from the Bible. Paul learned the stories about God from the Torah. And we're going to make a hill. I'm going to get a pillow, and I'm going to put a blanket on top of it so it kind of looks like the ground. This is our Mars Hill. And Paul went to Mars Hill to tell the people about God. First, he told them that God made the heavens and the earth. We've studied this before. Do you remember how many days it took God to create the earth? That's right, 7. He told them how God loved them very much, and he sent his son Jesus. Many people came to hear about God. I got my teddy bear. He's gonna hear about God. Do you think he believed? I think he did. I bet you can tell your animals just like God did. Friends, I have a question. Do you know of somebody in our church that talks about God? Pastor Jeff, that's right. Pastor Jeff does what Paul did. He studies the Bible and studies all the stories about God and about Jesus. And then every Sunday and on Wednesday, he tells us about God. Is Pastor Jeff the only one who can talk about God? No. You can be like Paul, and you can tell people the stories of God. We've learned many stories about God and Jesus, and I hope you can tell your friends. If you want to, you can practice telling the stories to your teddy bear. I bet he loves to hear about Jesus. Or you might can tell your pet. Max sure does love to know about God. I hope you have a great day.